Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to F1 Manager 24, episode number 14. So we're coming off of a race where things have not gone well in terms of the components. We've got two failed components in one car. We've got three failed and a missing rear wing in the other car. So 6 components to replace. The good news that this does not put us in a very dangerous position is that we do have 25 days before we head to Austin. Very much into the late season here. And the improvements are coming on the car. We've been performing better of late. Things are definitely going well. Let's see if that trend continues, and let's see if I can get into a race and actually have some success, because the last 2 that we've done, and season opener as well, but the last 2 that we've done firsthand, things have not gone terribly well in either of those races. Of course, one was a strategy miscue in terms of wet weather circumstances and weather reports not matching up to what actually happened in that case. But I'd like to see us have a good on-track performance now, as opposed to just through the sim, which has gone pretty well of late. Crap. All that good stuff. I opened the episode with, we have some parts to replace. Oh no! Really wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. But I go into the very next day, and here's the bad news. Our superstar Otokoven, which of course we don't have any proper replacements for our 2 drivers. We really, really need to hang on to them. And Otokoven, of course, is the one who has future superstar, world champion, all over her profile, has rapidly become an 83 overall in her very first season with us, and Haas is trying to steal her away. So I was just dealing with getting staff who had not expiring contracts, something long term to hang on to, higher value, and we're going to have to get into that with Otokoven right here, right now. Haas is offering her 4 seasons at $12.6 million, with a pretty easy to achieve bonus threshold. We've got to pay her a lot more than we're paying her right now to keep a hold of her. To make matters worse, it's $5 million to terminate the contract. Now, for Haas, okay, $5 million, woohoo, yay, we get $5 million. But for us to go in and renew and improve, she's making $8 million right now, but it's obviously going to take much more. That $12 million is still not what we were paying the drivers in the last iteration of this, so we'll deal with it. So in the negotiation piece, I'm finding a couple things very, very quickly. A race bonus only matters to her. Having it in the first place gives you a small boost. Only matters to her the value of it, the amount of the race bonus, not really impacting her opinion of the deal. Bonus threshold is not impacting her opinion of the deal until we throw that bonus to 16th or worse, meaning she's going to get that bonus regardless, because she doesn't feel like she's going to actually achieve that bonus unless the threshold is a very low position. And then the bonus, even then, is still rather minor. So for me, not worth it. Get the small boost to the appeal, but set it all the way to 0 difference between first or 15th. Might as well set it to first. Lump sum bonus, kind of similar on that. It's really not moving the needle much at all. The breakout multiplier does move the needle, but not significantly. A little bit more than these move the needle. I'm guessing the days. I think we need to push the days down at least a little bit. 21 days on that. Please don't leave us in the meantime. She likes the 4 seasons, the 5 seasons, the next season versus immediate. Not making much of a difference on the needle. What's moving the needle is the salary. The salary is moving the needle and moving it significantly, and we're gonna pay her handsomely for 4 seasons. Please don't leave us. So speaking of, we literally just started this whole, like, let's renew people to longer term contracts before they even get down the wire and make sure we can hang on to them long term. Let's keep that going before, we lose somebody else. It's taken us almost a full year, but by late season, the relationship between driver and engineer is finally become okay. We have a contract exception from Oda Koven for us. Oh, thank you. Big relief. Big relief. This was trouble brewing. The cost is going up by quite a bit. $6 million for a season. I mean, that's $500,000 a month more. $500,000 a month more that we are going to have to pay. But we were $1.1 million to the good, and balance has been quite healthy. We've been able to do a lot this season. So hanging on to a quality driver and having a 4-year deal and a huge multiplier that's going to keep other teams hands off for a couple years until we can, build up a situation where the finances are much better and we can afford, again, a significantly better contract at that point, and, with a proper race target bonus and signing bonus and blah, 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 to keep them for the duration of the series. Like, at this point, yeah, worth it. Worth every freaking penny. $720,000 right here, right now. We still have plenty in the bank. Contract renewed. Jacobson, development update, +1 to defending, +1 to accuracy. Winter, +1 to cornering, adaptability, overtaking, now an 80. Her last stat below an 80 is her defending, reactions 82, and accuracy 83, while Oda Koven gains 1 in braking, 2 in smoothness, 2 in overtaking. It's starting to get pretty dang healthy numbers in those departments. We've got an 87 now, and her lowest is a control at 80, and she started the year with her average about 79.5 to 80. She's come a long ways and fast. Oh, great. Here we go again. Winter! Haas immediately turns. So we renew the contract for Oda Koven, and they immediately turn around and try to get Winter into the other race seat. Obviously, I knew that I was going to have to renew her contract after what we've just gone through. I was trying to wait a week or two to see if we get the yay on the engineer and then, move on to the next one. No, they literally just go the next day. So salary is obviously a little bit less. They know that you're dealing with a talent who is not quite on it, but big signing bonus and race target. Again, there's that 16, right? That's where they seem to get happy. Same deal, and now we're going to be spending the other $500,000 that we have in positive balance. So this is going to kind of bring us down to neutral, I would think. Breakout multiplier brought us down from maybe here as a marker. Lump sum bonus brought us up a hair. Race bonus, same sort of deal. I'm not going to go with the 21-day just to try to get us ahead of Haas on things. There's our start point, but the 7 million, look how quickly, like, each 100K moves this needle way more than any of the other stuff we're doing. But I can't put her at the low end. We have got to get her up to, hey, I really want to accept this deal. 12 million, I think, gets us there. It's a little less than what her teammate is making, but she also has a little less potential than what her teammate has. And I think Haas recognized that as well, as they offered her about $1 million less. We're going to do the same. In fact, we're going to offer her a little more than $1 million less. I've been using 6 engineers throughout the season, saving a little bit of money. $30K to add 3 more engineers, which puts us at our maximum team size. We're going to go ahead and bump that up so we can get jobs done a little bit faster. Besides the suspension, the side pod has been one area. I've only done 1 upgrade there, shedding the weight, helping us out. But otherwise, it's been really hard to find any reason to dump hours into the side pods this season. Therefore, it's going to be the second part that I relegate, especially now that I added those 3 engineers. Second part that I relegate to research from here on out. So without dumping any hours into either the suspension or the side pods, let's first make sure we cover off the 5% that we're losing. Our first iteration will get us just over 2. Our second iteration should get us about 2. So it's going to take us 2.5. So the third research project before we start making at least minor gains with the side pods. Okay, sweet. Winter has accepted the contract. We made it too good to pass on. At really, honestly, it's not much better than what Haas was offering, especially because of the breakout multiplier. It was only a little bit more, but she's happy with the team, and we're able to keep her on board. And now with a long-term contract, that's really going to help us out. $677K for that one, plus with all that upgrade manufacturing that we just did, this is going to bring us down to $8 million. It's the lowest our balance has been for a little bit, but we're literally down to 1 contract renewal until the entire team is on long-term deals. And Maskell, the one we are in the midst of contract negotiations with, is up to an 84. We're definitely getting pretty late in the season, so upgrades are going to dry up pretty soon. I think we're going to be focusing on research here before long. Top speed, way short of average. Still, I have a new underfloor upgrade. The first one's ready. It's on car number 2. I might, as we have a week, get it on both cars before we get into that race weekend. But for now, DRS effectiveness is at 19th. This is car number 1. So this is the one without the upgrade. Odekoven gets the upgrade first, as she's a little bit ahead as a driver, a little more consistent. But you can see that 18th, 17th, 17th. We're approaching that midfield. We're approaching that average on grid mark. The dirty air tolerance is still short. Tire preservation is not good, but somehow it's our highest rating. The engine cooling is the one that is really hurting. We burn through the engines faster because we can't cool the vehicle terribly well. But it's not impacting our pace, just the rate of degradation of the engine. At least I think that's how that one works. DRS effectiveness unchanged with the new underfloor, but top speed a little higher. And watch that side-by-side comparison as we kind of go back and forth. You could see how everything, we're only improving on ourselves. We're not passing any other cars up, but the low speed, medium speed, and high speed all that little bit closer. Dirty air tolerance, just the one spot up, but making a pretty healthy jump compared to the others. Same with the low speed. And tire preservation is the same. Sponsor plan target achieved, so we are going to get our nice healthy $3.6 million payout. No mandatory activities for this one, but that helps us rebound as we definitely burnt through some cash here in the last little bit. Brings us back up to 12 million. And here we go. The last staff member has agreed $87,000 to complete this deal, and that now puts us in position. I'm going to verify, but that should be everybody now on long-term deals. Third straight time that I've gone into the sponsor plan and only taken 3 and been selective on which 3 I take, not necessarily the first 3 offered. Our cushion is shrinking, but it's healthy enough that with only 1 more sponsor plan to come at the end of the season, we're going to easily make it. And yeah, things have really worked out for that. Engagement is good. It's turning out to be a very good way to make money. Last time, Odekoven had brand new components, and DNF'd. Trashed it all. Absolutely trashed it all. Brand new stuff. Trashed it all. So Odekoven's crash probably cost us upwards of $10 million. She's done a lot of good things for us, but wow, that one hurt. Verstappen gets another win. Leclerc and Piastri on the podium. Fernando Alonso gets points. Sonoda gets points for RB, and Albon rounds out the points. We're not in the top 13. Odekoven gets 16th, 2 laps down. Winter gets 18th. It was a very, very wet U.S. Grand Prix. And Magnussen and Stroll DNF. We do beat both of the Alpines. We do beat both of the Haas's, who tried to steal our driver. So we beat 2 teams on the day. It is a 9th place performance. That's a good one. It's not points, obviously, but it's another day of ninth. But Kick Sauber has jumped back ahead of us for 10th place, as Bottas got 12th. Bottas's 12th place finish is now the benchmark. Following the race, Oudekouwen is now an 84 overall. So with 5 races left, it's the only time we're going to do this. We will finish the season with damaged components if we have to, but with that brand new engine dropping to 30, we had to use one of the older ones last race. And now with just 5 left, I'm going to go ahead and cough up the money and take the penalties. We are going to suffer a $5 million penalty and then some. Gearbox, I do still have 1 remaining, so no penalty there, and that should be able to get us through the end of the season. But with the ERS, that was not brand new, but was in good shape. It was probably at 70 or 80%, dropping to 20. It's going to cost us another $2.5 million. So we're now looking at 5 races in a row where we've been at least 9th, if not 8th, a couple times 8th. That last race for the U.S. Grand Prix, Austin, Coda, I took the double. I always turn it down, or almost always turn it down. I accepted the double punishment or dissatisfaction from the board, and it worked out well for us. So suddenly we have high board confidence, though we are back down to 11th. I'm sure that's going to start dragging us back down a little bit, but we're with only a handful of races to go. We are in good shape. We're just fine. Where we're not so fine was how we just suddenly dropped back down to $4 million here late in the season. We don't know what kind of budget we're going to have going into the off season. So if we don't have any money left, usually in F1 Manager 23, when you hit the end of the season, everything cost more than what you were receiving, and you would take a good $10 million hit from the board payout to the prize share, blah blah blah. You add it all together, and there was a definite negative to the balance. And then you have to go and invest heavily into the car early on to get the car ready for the season, and not just take what you worked on at the end of last season and start the new season with it. You keep working on the car. And that's going to be tricky, I think, this season. We've made so much progress, and it's been good to see, but I'm nervous about how the off-season is going to look right now, more than I'm nervous about how these last handful of races are going to go. I was planning on doing this race live. It's Labor Day in the U.S., and I forgot to account to that in my planning and scheduling of things, and so I'm having to do some work on what is supposed to be a day off otherwise. So squeezing an episode in here to shorten it down a little bit. I'm not doing a live race for this episode. Sorry about that. But here we are with yet another Max Verstappen win. He's won 19 out of 20 this season, if I'm not mistaken. And it was Perez who won the 20th. Sainz and Piastri finish out the podium with the Aston Martins 4th and 5th. They haven't been that high in a long time. Mercedes 6th and 7th. Lando Norris struggling. He was outside of the points in the last race. Only 4 cars on the lead lap. But Albon and Tsunoda points again for the pair. Hülkenberg goes 11th. Alpine, the other Red Bull, the other Haas, Kick Sauber. We did have that massive penalty for Oudekouwen, but this is not looking good right now. Winter takes 17th, but we haven't beat a single team today. At Oudekouwen DNFs with brand new components. She's not getting anything new. We don't have the money to spend. Wow. Boy, I hope she hasn't destroyed them. So we've been riding high for a while. We're going to finish this one at a real low point of our season. Safety, yes. But finances, suddenly not good because of Oudekouwen and not back to back, right? Round 18, round 20, but I used up some old components in 19. But 2 big DNFs have completely derailed our end of season project here. Holy crap. Ouch, 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 ouch. Perez and Leclerc also DNF, and Gasly, so 4 cars out, but we don't beat a single team. Bottas finishes ahead of Winter. Not good, folks. Not good. Verstappen wrapped out the championship forever and a day ago. Like I said, he's won 18 out of 20, so there's more than one one race win. I know Perez won one. Okay, Piastri has won one, and Perez has won the other. Ouch, though. Massive, massive ouch. So not only does Kick Sauber get back ahead of us, 2 major DNFs over 3 races. We don't know how bad this one is yet. We'll have to find out next time, because that's going to do it for this episode. The highs and lows. The finances are suddenly back and in play as a real struggle for us. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.